this is Bino. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an arborist and a tree climber specialist, and what I like to do on my channel is share tree climbing tips with beginners and experts. What we're going to do today is talk about and show a traditional system and advancing and compare it to a split tail system and advancing. All right, let's get to it. Here we have a traditional system. In the traditional system, you have one rope that doubles over a branch, and then you bring it back down to you. You will use a knot or a hitch to tie it to your connecting point. You have a bridge. You have your friction hitch, and then your tail, and on your tail you'll have a stopper nut. It's a real good system, and it's like, I would say it's one of the best ways to learn how to climb. But it's nice to, when you climb and you start getting really good at something, to start advancing. Even though this is a great system, a lot of times when you climb trees, depending on the tree, you have to advance. You know, you might not be able to throw all the way to the top of the tree. So a system like this, if you're using this and you're working through a day and you get to those three trees where you can't just throw in, you would have to untie this section multiple times. So say you had like 10 throw-ins on the way up to the top of a tree. So this, you would have to tie and untie as you advance your line. So what we're comparing today is this system and a split tail system, which I'll show you next. Here we have a split tail system. So basically it's the same exact system with the addition of an extra carabiner, a termination hitch, and then we have the split tail connected to another carabiner with a termination knot. Now you have the same bridge, you still have the same hitch, it's a Blake's, and then we have a stopper knot. Now the beauty of this is that when you're advancing, you get to when you throw into the tree, now you get to the part where you have to throw it in again. You don't have to untie this hitch. You lanyard in, you're lanyard in, you take off the slack. Now you unclip this, you throw it higher in the tree, and you bring it right back to you, and then you clip it back in. And then you advance to the next section. So we're just going to show the traditional way. We're going to use that one rope. We're going to go up to a first throw and then tie to a second. I'm going to untie in the tree, retie, and advance to the second branch. And then I'll just show the same step over with a split tail. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ascend with the traditional system where I'm tied in with one rope only. I'm going to go up to this one branch, and then I'm going to throw into a branch above it and just show the time that it takes to advance. So I'm going to do that by doing the body thrusting. So you throw your hips up and advance. All right, so now that I'm here, I'll get prepared to throw my line a little bit higher. Now that I've reached the first throw in and I got my lanyard on, my rope is already slack. So what I'll need to do is disconnect this friction hitch, and then I'll have to throw it to the next throw in, which will be that branch right there. So I got to untie everything. Now this is just if I had to go up a tree that had like a bunch of these throw-ins, this could take me some time. Now I've got this disconnected. What I'm going to do is unclip. Now I'm going to get this and I'm going to wrap it. Not a very high throw, so just a couple of them. Just like I'll do like a loose and noose throw in. Oh, lost my glove. And what I'll do is see if I can make it on a throw here. All right, so got it over the branch I want. Bring it up on the back side there. I'll get this clip, connect it back to me. Now once I'm connected, now I'm going to retie my friction hitch. Okay. Now this is, you know, not that difficult to do, but it is time consuming. And if I was doing this, like I mentioned a bunch of times, it could slow my day down. Okay. Now put some pressure on my line. Weight it, make sure I'm not going to slide. All right. Once I got my weight on it, now I'll disconnect my lanyard and I'm ready to start climbing again. And so and do your body thrust. Okay, now say I get to this point, I would lanyard in and advance again. So now I'm going to use the split tail system up to that same first throw in, and then I'll throw to the second crotch. And here we go. Same situation, about the same length. So here we go, body thrusting. I'm finding that I really like the SRS system nowadays. And this is a great system to learn in. You know, if you're doing it in sequence, it's nice to learn this way. Just so you know that if you ever were stuck in a tree, you'd be able to get down. All right. Here, now I'm at the first throw in. I'll lanyard in again and prepare for the next throw. Now that I'm at the first throw in, all I need to do is give a little bit of slack to my line. I'll disconnect it. And then I'll get a little bit more slack and throw it to that crotch where I did the first throw. Just do a small wrap. A little bit of slack. There we go. All right. Now that I got it in, oops. Just whip it on, throw it around the branch, and then I'll bring it back to my post, tighten it up, and put my weight on it. I didn't have to untie my line, so it should be really perfect anyways. So now that I have it connected, I'll start body thrusting up. There we go. And there. Now, say if I had to keep on continuing up, lanyard in, maybe throw up a little higher, just unclick and click back in. A lot quicker process. There you have it, split tail. There you have it, the differences between a traditional system and a split tail system. In the traditional system, you have one rope and it connects to everything, and you have to retie every time you advance. Really good system. But in a split tail system, maybe a few more components to it, having the extra carabiner, but it is a lot more efficient, in where when you're advancing, you just unclip your termination, you go over your branch, and then you reconnect. You don't have to keep on tying your friction hitch over and over again. I just want to let you guys know, in the description below, we'll have videos linked on the split tail, also on a video on making the split tail from scratch with termination hitches. You guys really ought to check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you like what we do. And by all means, share our videos. Take care. We'll see you next time.